I'm thinking I wanna order some you wanna order lunch or dinner? Or you wanna order
I ain't gonna eat no more after this.
What's lunch and dinner? If brunch is called if breakfast and lunch is brunch, then dinner and lunch is either dinner or dunch.
I'm not eating Dutch. I eat dinner. I'm not eating Dutch.
You wanna do Dutch? Or you want lunch?
I want lunch. Do lunch. I'm not doing Dutch.
No. All right, so I want to know, like,
what you want to know?
Like, what would kill a relationship faster? Would it be lack of communication or lack of sex in a relationship?
Oh, that's a good question.
So,
I guess we're tripping early. Okay, we're tripping early. What's your opinion on it? What's your thought process?
I don't know. You go first.
Me?
You go first because you always have me going first for everything. You're like, all right, whatever you say.
That's completely not true. I go first majority of the time.
You go first the majority of the time? What that's supposed to mean? I'm so done with you. Go ahead. What you think?
Okay, so if I had to, I think the lack of sex would definitely kill the spark in a relationship. I mean, communication is big. It's important. And granted, as you get older, communication is what you will want because that sex part is definitely going to die out. But to get to that point, a lack of sex would definitely kill a relationship, marriage.
A marriage or a relationship? So let's say
where are we going with it? Are we
okay,
focusing
let's say me
on
and you talking. Because I think a lack of communication will lead to a lack of sex. Like if we ain't talking and I feel like you ain't hearing me, like most of the time you don't be listening to me or whatever, you just ignoring me. I'm telling you stuff, but you're not communicating to me verbally. You know how men do, and y'all kind of just will, you know, you feel a way and you acting a way, you acting like you got a little attitude or whatever, but you ain't saying that. And I'm like, oh, what's wrong? You're like,
because most of the time you're not listening when we try to vocalize our frustration. You're not listening. You're mainly focused on your issue and what you want. So yeah, we as men do get a little upset and we'll shut down on you. Half of us will lash out at you. So I agree with that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, but like, so if we're not vibing on that level at the time, and I'm in my feelings and you in your feelings about something, there ain't gonna be no sex.
I disagree with that.
How?
I disagree with that.
You think that if we ain't talking, let's say, you know how you giving the silent treatment, how a couple days and you walk through the hall and I just walk through and we bump shoulders and don't say nothing, or I'll be like, Demetrius, tell your daddy that his clothes is down here.
All right,
that I'm gonna want to do something with you at that time while we're not talking.
I'm gonna just say this: there's been a time or two where you've been not verbally speaking, and the attitude is clearly there. I asked, you don't want to announce it, you don't want to address it, and I know something's going on. And we've gone to bed, not saying anything, but within those 30 minutes to an hour, you tend to sleep with your ass tooted up and pushed back. So eventually, it goes
what that
down.
mean though?
So
just
what I'm saying is,
if I'm tooted and booted, does that mean that I want to do something though?
It contradicts your part of the statement. Like, you can have an attitude, but that sex is still gonna happen.
But if that's my natural sleeping position,
no,
that's not my natural sleeping position.
No,
is that a signal to you that I want to do something?
When you sleep and then you on your side and now your ass is being pushed back towards me. No,
it's my bed.
You're mad.
It's my bed.
But you're mad.
Okay.
No.
I'm getting comfortable. Snuggling in there.
And you can keep your attitude. And I'm gonna get comfortable. And I'm gonna snuggle on in there.
But no, okay, so I guess for me, I feel like, okay, with guys, right? Yeah. Your tool that you use, you probably see it that way because with what you use, you kind of you don't need to mentally be okay with me. You could be mad at me or whatever, and you don't have to be mentally stimulated for it to go down, because it's gonna feel. However, when it's hard, it's gonna feel the way it feels.
Betray you, yes.
Not that it'll betray you, but if you are ready And if there's friction going down, you're going to feel pleasure from that, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Even you can be mad. You're going to feel pleasure
that's what
if
I mean
there's
by
friction.
betray right there. Because you cannot
Okay.
want it, you can be upset. But
me?
If she's...
But me, if I'm mad and I ain't there, I could lay back and be like, all right. But if whatever's going it could be like my doctor down there. Like it, just an insertion does nothing for women unless we're mentally
Are we speaking
stimulated.
on just the tool?
The tool, we're just talking about our tool.
Okay, because I
your
was just
tool
say,
in my box.
A mouth can stimulate you and get you where you need to be.
If I'm mentally not wanting to do nothing,
be there, and
nope.
if someone go down,
you must not know. You must not know.
I'm only speaking on what I do know.
Oh, you're speaking on what you think. Maybe I've been acting in the past on certain times.
But this is what I mean by all of that. You can act and say what you want. Your body will not lie to me when that reacts. And
but it's not gonna. What I am as a woman trying to tell you that women, we mentally have to be aroused in order to feel physical pleasure. If we mentally are not in a state of arousal, there is no pleasure down it. It's basically like you just tapping me, at least me. I don't know. If I can lay there and be like, okay, let's do it. But mentally I'm thinking about all this other stuff, or I'm mad at you about something or whatever. Okay, I'll do my wifely duties because, but.
So the whole stimulating part is what's catching me on. Because your body, just like a male body part, when I'm excited, stimulated at that top climax, that focal point, my body or my tool will, eject.
Well, maybe sometime
when your body does
during
that,
it,
even when you're mad, it's hard for me to believe that you're not.
Well, maybe
stimulated.
halfway through, maybe it's kind of like, you know what, forget this. I'm just going to enjoy this. And then mentally I get, but when you start off, it's not there, because women, we have to be mentally aroused in order to perform.
You women, yes, I agree. You women are different.
If we ain't on the same vibe, we mad about something. I don't know what it could be. Then there won't be an initiation of it, on the part of me. I won't be initiating nothing because I ain't feeling it. Will I allow certain things? Maybe, because I'm just like, okay, well, we married, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm gonna be laying there, like, like you do all the work.
Small short time.
You lift my leg. I ain't moving.
That's a small short time of not participating. But I hear what you say.
You gonna get some lazy head. You gonna get.
I stopped that shit. Hey, get up. Just get up. Don't even worry.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all right. But no, I really do. I think that but I don't get why it's so hard for you to verbalize the emotion that you're feeling. And listen, it gotta be
half the time it don't feel like it's being received to the point of it being carried out to my fruition, to my satisfaction.
Honey, I understand that.
All right, so if something's bothering me,
something bothering you,
I don't say anything.
Yep.
I shut down.
Okay.
I'm quiet. You know something's going on. You want me to verbalize what's going on. Half of the time, trying to verbalize what's going on tends to take the conversation to a totally different path.
You don't want to communicate?
Because no, it's not that I don't want to communicate. It's just half the time communicating can be interrupted. Like half the time you don't let me finish. Not just you. I'm just saying women.
Nah, speak on it. Go ahead. You talking about I don't let you finish?
All right, so half the time the conversation is not even being completed from the male point of view. You'll hear something and then you jump back in the conversation and you take what you heard and you run it this way instead of hearing out the thought process and the frustration on the side of the male.
Well, if you don't care enough about the relationship to be willing to engage in a back and forth conversation,
that can be
because communication is not just you say something and then I say and then you say okay, and I say, it's you telling me how you feel, me regurgitating back to you what I thought I heard. Now that's not me telling you. I'm just saying, okay, so what I thought I heard you say was,
so that's different.
And that's what you hate, because I do that. You be like, you always trying to tell me how I feel.
That's different. Regurgitating means you sat back and you let me fully explain.
I do that every time though, and you get so upset.
I thought we was talking about.
We talking about us. I'm talking about us.
Here. Okay.
What do you mean we here?
Yeah, I thought we was just talking about communication and it hurting.
I can only talk about me. I don't know about nobody else.
Well, yes. Yes, you do that.
So we sit here
very strong with that. You can hear something you don't like in the middle of me trying to explain, and you will just shut down. Don't worry about it, Jason. It's okay.
When I clearly see that it's not going nowhere and it's going in circles. It's not going your
way. There's a difference now. Going somewhere and not going your way is two different things. And that's what I'm trying to say. It could be going somewhere.
Give me an example.
It could be going somewhere and it could be down the lane that benefits me as far as getting the understanding. And
give me an example, because you know I don't like talking vague. I need example. And see, that's another thing. Like you like to, you'll hold it in, right? Something happened, boom, you won't say nothing. And then later on in a conversation, now you want to blow up. Well, you always say, like you're doing now, well, you always do that. When I'm doing what you don't like me to do, why not point it out in that moment so I can say, oh, shoot, I am doing that.
That was brought up years ago. Jason, tell me what I'm doing in the moment.
In that moment, don't hold it in.
And then you know what triggered from that?
What triggers?
You always got a problem with everything I do.
Well, then tell me. That's communication.
So it makes it hard to communicate. You say tell you, and then when I tell you, then it's a problem that I'm telling you.
No, it's not a problem.
Therefore, shutting the hell up benefits me. That's why I just be quiet.
But see, there's the thing where you think that you're just supposed to speak your piece, and I'm supposed to say, okay, receive, check, I got it, I'm going to be quiet. No, I may hear what you say,
and you don't speak
but I
again.
may have.
You be quiet. You say, yes, daddy, and you keep moving.
And see, that's the problem, because that's not me. I'm not. I'm going to speak.
And I want you to.
Okay, but I don't understand why when I speak, then that's when you're like, oh, well, I can't say nothing, or, oh, God forbid, you're doing something. Like, shoot, we was setting up something before. What was we doing? And you was like, and I was like, oh, you don't take criticism that well. It was driving or something. And you just shut down like, okay, this one time, right? All right, this one time. When we were in Portugal. All right, y'all. So what we did was we booked, you know what I'm talking about. What we did was we had booked transportation to pick us up from the airport. Now, by the time we landed, I got an email that they were full. They couldn't pick us up. All right, no problem. We headed to the rental car place because things happen on vacation. So we go to the rental car place to budget. And as soon as we walked up there, now I'm usually the one that takes care of, the booking and all that stuff. But when we walked up there, Dion called with an emergency. My daughter called. She had an emergency that I needed to be on the phone and talk to her about. So I'm like, hey, Jason, just go up there, get your card, get your driver's license, go up there and do the, get the rental car or whatever. So he does it. Okay, they walking us out to the car. Now, as we're walking out to the car, because I stepped away, I heard nothing about this reservation. We walking out to the car, and before we got there, I said, oh, and did you make sure that the car wasn't automatic? Because most of the time when you go to these European countries, their cars are going to be stick shifts. Yeah. That's the norm, unless you ask for automatic. We don't drive stick shifts. Mind you.
On my behalf, I do know how to drive a stick shift. That's I'm just speaking on my behalf.
I've been with you since 1972. No, I've been with you since 2006 or 5. Married since 07. He's never owned, and I've never owned or registered an automatic car. I've not seen him operate it. And I'm assuming that automatic vehicle stick shifts that were made pre-2000 operate a lot differently than 2020 versions. But anyway, so we get there and it's a stick shift, y'all. So what does that mean? That means I can't drive. That means
that was the problem.
No, that's not the problem. But it's good if both of us can. What if you get drunk? What if, I need to go to the store? I need to be able to operate this car too. Nevertheless, I said that immediately this attitude comes over, right? So the attitude comes over. Okay, boom, I got you. You got a little attitude or whatever. Then it's fine because I know in that moment to be quiet because anything I say is going to like jug him and he's just going to blow up off of it. So I'm quiet. We get ready to exit the rental car place. And first he had a hard time like going in forward. So we finally get it. True. We get ready to exit. They got the little gates that got to let you out. So when we got to that gate, he did something, but he had to reverse. He couldn't reverse.
I couldn't reverse.
We sitting there and I'm just like, I'm being quiet, but I'm noting he can't reverse this car. Finally, he some way gets it reversed. Again, I'm still quiet. I haven't said a word. I'm just like over here on the passenger side, gripping the thing up here. So okay, so we got it reversed, and so he was like, "All right," and he got ready to leave, and I said, "Wait. Now here's why I'm speaking up." I said, "Wait. You barely got this thing. What if we got to do a U-turn and we got to back out of somewhere?" And oh my God, boom, puts it in it. He drives back. We got to get this car. In that moment, like I did nothing wrong because you rented the car. You was adamant about, oh, well, I forgot to get the automatic or whatever. But in that moment, he's upset with me and everything. So then we did end up getting a regular car because, and so now, but it's kind of like, you knew I was right from the beginning. Now he's in his feelings. The whole first day that we were in Portugal, I was just over here on my own, taking my little selfies. There's no pictures with me and you. There's no, I'm doing my thing. You just over there driving because he has a straight attitude. Not verbalizing to me what it is that you have an attitude about, but you just got a whole attitude. Instead of in that moment, you could have said something like, maybe it was my tone,
like 4 times. No, it wasn't that. I was like, just let the situation be. We're good. We're leaving a lot.
We're not leaving in a car that you can't drive.
But I can drive it. It's been a while. I give you that. It was a while. It's been a while. But you didn't let the situation play out.
Chase,
you just willing
how long we sitting there waiting on you to reverse this car?
About 3 minutes.
No.
How long you think it was?
It was longer than that. It was like 10 or 12 minutes, I would definitely say.
I disagree with that. But I hear what you're saying. The automatic was better.
But what I'm saying is, in that moment, instead of us going a whole day, now we weren't in Portugal, but
a whole day. It was like
but maybe 3-4 days. So we're in that 3 or 4 days. In a whole day of it, you just not talking to me because you was upset. It was a whole day. It was like we driving and like it was to the point where like, because I ain't even finna give you directions. The passenger is supposed to like direct the driver. I just got the phone and put it up there. And if we was making U-turns left and right, we just did it. I was on my phone recording stuff in silence because I'm not gonna say nothing to you because I know you when you're getting your little feelings. But I don't understand why you don't just, and men in general too, they don't express how they're feeling about something. And then once it's expressed, it's out there for the other person to receive it and make changes, or receive it and not make changes. But at least it's put out there so that it's known. That's how you teach people to treat you.
I think it's easier just to be quiet.
It's not.
If me speaking up on what's bothering me or what I don't like tends to stir a wedge between us, I will shut the fuck up. Just whatever you would like to have happen, let's do that.
And resentment builds, because then out of nowhere it'll be 3 months later, and then like you say, I'm just gonna be quiet. Okay, well, whatever you say, and then I'm gonna say, hey, random, what you want to eat tonight? We out here. What you want to eat tonight? What restaurant you want to go to? I don't care, wherever you want to go. And I say, okay, we're gonna do seafood. You're gonna go to seafood anyway. That's you. You was gonna do seafood anyway.
If that's the truth, then what's the problem?
It's not the truth, because I clearly asked you, hey, babe, where you want to go to eat at?
Example.
And you holding it in
today.
And now you're resentful.
We had a couple of videos to do. We knew what we was gonna do. We said what we was gonna do before we left here.
Okay.
Go down, come up, go shoot your. What we did, we went down, we shot yours, we came back up. We didn't leave again. Because what? What did you say?
What?
Hey, you still want to do this?
I asked.
But here's the thing.
And you responded and said, I don't want to go back down there.
You want. You know, instead of just saying what you want, you'll try to throw it out as a question.
I literally said, I don't want to go down there again. You didn't
literally say that. You said, hey, you want to go down there and do the video? Because we can relax right here. No, babe, I don't want to go. Let's relax. Good.
That's what you said. So if I'm asking you and you say, nah, babe, I don't want to go. Let's relax.
But that's what I'm saying.
That means we on the same. We are here.
No, we're not.
And we good.
You're not asking me. Is what I'm saying. You're trying to ask it, but you're not. Your tone. So you want to go back down now, or you want to stay in here and just? So
are you interpreting my tone or my words?
I'm interpreting your words, your actions, your everything.
No, words ain't actions. Words are my
actions, kicking your feet off, taking this off, that off, and sitting on. So you want to just chill here.
But you got to speak your truth. If you did want to go down, you can say, yeah, put your shoes back on. Let's go down there.
I mean, technically, I didn't want to go back because I had just finished walking.
Okay.
I had just came back. I had just came back from work.
What's the problem? You just trying to make a point, or what's your problem?
I can't stand your ass.
I'm just saying. And see, this is
I had just finished walking from dining, so no.
So you didn't feel like
move
going
at this time.
What's the problem?
But you was like, we could just order lunch. We could just, you knew it. You know.
I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. If you didn't want to go and I didn't want to go, why would we go?
This one here is a handful.
I'm a handful because I make sense.
Half the time I just cater to her.
Wow. I'm corporate. Wow.
That devil's a crafty creature.
You are a crafty creature. I cannot.
Oh, shit.
No, I just think that expressing yourself as adults helps the relationship because I've known you for a long time, right? So I know your little ways.
There we go.
But the way I'm set up,
the way you set up,
the way I am, the way Janelle is set up, I'm not
freedom in this marriage. You feel like you just say what you want.
I am
quiet
not.
And mute when I met you. You
I was not. I
told you.
I was more introverted.
It's okay for you to speak. You ain't got to be quiet. You can speak. I should have did that because now you won't shut up.
Wow. Okay. Anywho, the way I am set up, if I know I could know you mad, I'm gonna ask you, hey, are you mad? And you say, nah, I ain't mad. I'm gonna treat you like you ain't mad.
That's cool.
Or if there's whatever going on, you say, hey, nah, I don't want to go down there. I'm gonna act like you don't want to go down there. I mean, don't tell me something if you don't want me to rely on what you said. Now, because now what you're doing is you want me to be a mind reader. And I'm not gonna be a mind reader. Not when you have a voice. Not when you're not mute.
So I'm gonna just leave you there.
Leave what?
You.
You would never.
I'm just saying, if I know it's something that you don't want to do because I know your tone, I know.
Oh, you meant like. So here it is. You meant like. You say you leave me in that moment, like go.
We know each other, so I know when you're hinting towards something. So in the moments from now on, I'm just gonna go.
I do it. Like if I ask him, hey, Jason, let's go to this lounge or whatever tonight. He's like, all right, yeah. And then it's that day, and I call you, hey, you getting dressed? You ready to go or whatever? And he's like, oh, you sure you want to go? I'm like, look, you don't have to go. You know, I'll go. Oh, well, you gonna still go? And then he'll get up begrudgingly and get dressed. But I'm not making you. Monster, no, not a monster. What I'm saying is that what you tend to do is, and I feel like you shouldn't. That's why I'm giving you an out right now. That's what you don't realize.
How you giving me?
You're getting an out because I'm letting you know. Look at me. This is an intervention.
How you giving me something?
But wait a minute, babe. This is an intervention. Hold on.
You giving me
Where's my little notebook? Jason, I like to say to you, thank you for coming today and meeting me.
I'll push you in that pool.
I just want to let you know
right out that,
that I am not here to hurt you. I would never hurt you. And if you ever disagree with anything that I have to say or want to do, it is okay. And I will not leave you. Don't be afraid.
Get your head up.
Don't be afraid of me. That's what I want to say is that if you don't want to do something, it's okay because I love you regardless. You don't have to always want to do, go, whatever, say,
I think I tell
whatever.
You when I don't want to do something.
But no, you will go.
When it's time to feed you now, I tend to shut up and let you do that.
Feed me?
Yeah, when you want to eat, I don't speak on it. Jason, what you want to eat? I know what you want to eat. So
what I'm saying is,
but other than that, speaking my mind and not doing something, I tell you when I don't want to do that. Don't bother me.
You won't though, because you literally just said it. Like in here, like when I asked you, hey, do you want to go back down to get the?
No, I was acknowledging that. I know when you're throwing out your love. I know when you don't want to do something.
But I know that continuously. What's the word I want to use? Continuing to suppress or
I'm not building up
not allow yourself to do the things you want to do at the
that's not building up anything towards you. I love you. What you ask for in this marriage is not, you don't ask for things that's complicated. It's not it doesn't,
not even in a marriage. It's in life. If somebody wants to do something but you don't want to, don't feel pressured to do it in order to avoid a conflict with them, because what happens is you build up resentment. And then later on, one little thing will happen and you will, because you've been building it up. You've been, dang, I want to do that. Remember, we've had this conversation with Demetrius because my son, he is such Oh my God, he has the biggest heart.
He's a lover.
He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He doesn't want anyone to be upset with him.
Do it for
you know, if I go to them and I say, hey, what y'all want for dinner tonight? Y'all want chicken or fish? And Dion's like, well, I wanted fish. Demetrius will say, well, I'll do fish because that's what Dion wants. That's what he would do. And I'm telling him, baby, sometimes you have to state what you want as well, because you're going to continuously do other things that other people want to do.
I tell them that sometimes.
Yeah. But the same way with you have that tendency. You will deny yourself at the expense of others, or maybe me. And then, and I'm not realizing that's what you're doing. I'm just thinking that you're agreeing with me, right? Then it'll be this one little minor time, you know, you want tacos or pizza. And I'm like, well, I want tacos. We always do what you want to do. And then I'll be sitting there like,
that's so not true.
But that's what happens. That's when I'll be like, what is really going on? And the anger is coming from all the numerous times before. And you probably don't even know. But that's what you're mad at, because in your mind. And then you'll say things like, you know, I hate the word never. Always. And I'm like, always, never. Where's that coming from? It's coming from, that's how you really feel. But you've held it down. And then in your head, it was a smile like, yeah, baby. But in your head, like, dang, I really wanted that taco. You know? Why are you laughing? It's simple stuff like that, because it ain't nothing.
I didn't see that.
It don't be nothing major, but it be those little things that will cause you have the silent treatment.
It's silent? Okay, because that's what I was getting hung up on. You was like, blow up. No, I just be quiet. But I feel what you said. But then again, half the things are not. I don't think it's gonna that type of stuff builds up resentment. You say it does. I don't think so.
It does.
But I hear you.
But not even just in everyday life. You teach people how to treat you with every interaction that you have with them. That's what you're doing. Someone comes to you, something's going on that they may not sit well with you, or whatever may be going. Feel free to say, nah, I don't want to do that right now. Don't always feel like you have to say yes, or just, okay, whatever they want to do. That builds resentment. It does with me. So that's why I'm very I will go do whatever, but my friends and family, you know, they know well, you know, don't mind Janelle, she's going to do her own thing, because that's me. I do think that, and also because I know that I'm doing it from a pure heart. I'm not doing it because I don't fool with you, or I ain't I'm doing it because this is what I want to do. And it's not that big of a deal. So I should be able to go to the taco stand, you go to the pizza stand, and then we meet in the middle. It don't have to be, well, you wanted tacos, so I'm just going to follow you to the tacos. That type of thing. But you always do that.
I always do that.
You could have been like, nah, I'm finna go down there. Plenty of times where I'll be like, oh, I want to go take pictures this morning. You be like, I'm tired. Okay, well, let me get my tripod and go. You just want to go downstairs. And then you start yelling at me about why I want to go off. He's laughing because he knows
that's not true. Look, you're wishy-washy. Yeah. 1 minute you'll be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna just kick back. I'm gonna relax, and we're gonna do this, and we'll plan out to do something at a certain time." And then out of nowhere, you be like, 3-4 hours before that time frame we agreed to,
I changed my mind.
Let's go.
That's called just life. I mean, when you're on a vacation, if that's what you're talking about, or if I'm not even on vacation, it's the weekend, I'm chilling. It's not work. You know, I have to be structured with work. So if I'm just chilling, it's kind of like, all right, well, now I don't feel like doing that no more. And I'm gonna verbalize it. I don't feel like doing that anymore.
Okay.
What you mean, okay?
That's what you say you do. Okay.
What else do I do? But do I lie and not say it? What do I do?
You don't do anything.
You know what? Here it is. Here is nothing, sweetie. You don't do anything. Here it is. Just go ahead and agree to avoid communicating.
I'm communicating. We're
talking. And just know this: lack of communication leads to.
I got something. I'm good. You can act phony if you want. I got it already.
You know what? You won't get no more.
So a lie. A lie.
No, but I really do think that for me, if the communication is there, and I think we've learned from the years to communicate better, because it ain't start off that way. But
definitely have gotten better over the years.
if the communication is there, there's no reason that I have to withhold. Or
you talking as if you withhold. Like
I can withhold.
This is so
my
funny.
body, my choice.
The whole
right?
conversation is like, yeah, like you withhold. This whole my body, my choice thing is just, this is phony.
What's phony about it?
That whole statement you making, right? My body, my choice. I withhold. What do you withhold?
I
Even
can
when
if I
mad,
want to. That's me, because I'm just a special wife, you know. I will fulfill my duties. I will do. What?
You engage out of here. You acting like I come and it goes down. Like I come to you and I'm the regret, you know.
Speaking, I don't know what you're saying.
Sometimes I'm not the aggressor, even when you're mad. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the whole look, I'm asleep, but my ass all in your chest.
No, that's
being
you
aggressive.
being a male and thinking that means no means no, sir. No means no, even in marriage. That just means that's the position I like, and I'm just settling in the bed. I'm scooting on in there.
I feel you. No, I agree with you though. Yeah,
that could also be me just showing you what you're not gonna get.
Communicate.
Like, not gonna get this.
Like get it, so it doesn't.
No, not always.
Ain't much time.
Not always. I'll say no sometimes. Not a lot. It's 0.5% of the time.
This conversation started to take a turn.
How is this?
Some bullshit.
No, okay.
I was letting you get your rocks off about the communicating and shutting down and.
Well, let's clarify. I'm gonna clarify then what I mean. I will do it, but it's only out of obligation and duty. It's not out of a desire.
But that's what I'm saying. Half the time it's you being the aggressor. So how can you be
very
upset
rarely. I'm rarely upset with you. 99% of the time, you always upset with me. I'm never upset with you.
I speak my mind. I tell you what bothers me, but you don't like that.
If we're not talking and we got the little silent treatment going on, 99% of the time it's you mad because I did something and you just mad. You won't verbalize it because you think I'm supposed to know. So yeah, if I ain't mad at you, I'm finna act like I ain't whatever.
I agree with you on that. Half the time, I think some things you should be aware of. You should have known not to. Should have known not to say.
Get my crystal ball out.
Yeah,
what and is that's going
wrong
on with
my
him?
Behalf. I'll admit that. That's definitely wrong on my behalf. I do expect you to have had understanding of certain situations and things like that. So. You're right. You're not a mind reader. Sometimes I should express what I don't like and what I.
You should.
I agree with you on that.
And like, I'm not. Now there are some people who, you know, if they mad at them or whatever mad at them, then they gonna get attitude too. Me, I'm not. I'm gonna be just as happy. Hey, babe, why you not?
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna tell you something. To me?
Over the years, that has been like one of the best features within the marriage because
really?
That has gotten me to a point. Where if I do get mad, I'm out of it pretty quick.
You get over it.
You get over it pretty
quick. Because
you don't add on to that frustration. And then before you know it, we laughing and then you bring it up again. Why was you mad earlier? Why was you upset? You shut down on me.
Oh.
And then we express it.
No, okay, wait. He gonna be mad at me about this one, but
why would
listen.
You say it then? Here's that moment. You should know not
to
say it.
Because I wanna share.
Get a little closer to that booth. Go ahead. As soon as you say the wrong thing.
So listen, okay. Here's another example of him catching the attitude and not verbalizing his feelings. And we was on another trip because we was on a cruise with the kids. And so you know how on Carnival Cruise at least you set up a cash sale and sign card. So you attach a card to it, right? And so
this was God though. I needed that. I needed that situation to happen because I was.
We went down and we set it up.
We didn't have a limit. We set it for the kids.
We set a limit for the kids.
We set it for the kids.
For hours, there was no limit, right? And he's, you know, oh, no, don't put no limit. Not to say that, oh, we just out here just spinning, but it's kind of like we both grown. We know
when to stop.
All right.
We know when to.
So, boom, go to the casino. Now, he has cash, and he's at the casino doing whatever. I'm at the casino on the roulette table, too, and I noticed that he gave them his sale and sign card. Maybe he was out of cash at that time. I don't know where the numbers are flowing. But I do know it was the sale and sign card attached to the bank card. So I was like, So later that night, I went and I set maybe $500 limit or $750 or something. I went to the lobby and I set it, right? He's still out. I'm in the room, sleep. He comes in the room, mad. Did you turn my card off? And I said, what? What card did I turn off? So apparently he must have hit his $500 limit, and they told him, no, sir, you can't use this card. And I said, no, I set a $500 limit because I don't want to walk off this cruise owing $2,000. So, I just set a limit to both of our cards. We got off that boat, honey, and we went, it was in the Bahamas. We went to the beach. Do you know he didn't talk to me or the kids the entire debarkation?
That's not
you talked to your son. You talked to Demetrius. The girls, he didn't talk to me or his daughters the entire time. You did not. I swear. I spoke to the baby. You did not.
They was asking me if I was hungry. I didn't want to eat.
No. He did not have a piece of ice on this beach. We was out there for 8 hours, y'all. He sat out there, I don't want anything to drink. And this is the silent treatment I'm talking about. You want something to eat? I ordered food. I sent the people in the town. They brought us food back. I think it was lamb or something I got for you. I'm not hungry. So I gave it to Demetrius. You should have asked me before you sent them. I did. And you said no.
So why would you have them go get food?
He's not eating. He's not drinking. He's sitting there literally like this. Look at the beach. Just mad. Not talking. And so me, I'm just, doing my thing, eating my food. I went and talked off to the staff and everything. Now that's when Mr. perked up. What you doing back there talking to them? That's all. But you doing that, you mad clearly about something. Driving home, you still want. Now I'm not gonna address it on vacation. We just gonna be quiet and I'm gonna have fun. So we driving home, and that's when I say, "Hey, babe, what's going on? What was you mad about?" Nothing. Still nothing. Then finally, 2 days later, he tells me, I'm like, you could have just said that night you walked in the room that, hey, I'm upset because I was down there playing and you cut the card off and I wasn't ready. He didn't say that. Instead, he decides to go.
Looking back on it, I'm glad it happened.
You would have went at least $1,500 on that table, and I wasn't doing it. Not on the Carnival cruise.
I think I was disappointed because it happened fast.
We only paid $500 for the room.
It went fast. It was a bad night.
It was, but the whole point of the story
I felt like
is
you didn't believe in me. You should have had my
believe in you.
You should have kept going. You should
let it go. No, the point of the story is that you will get mad at me thinking that I did something or whatever, but you won't state it in that moment. But instead you just shut down, you won't talk. And so I'm just gonna act normal. I ain't gonna talk to you either. You ain't talking to me. Because it's still my vacation. You're not gonna ruin my time, my limited time here. But I don't get it, because as adults, you're supposed to just address that. Move, because ain't nothing, ain't nobody moving on. You got to deal with me forever till death do us part.
That was in my peak of my gambling stages.
No, this was literally 6 months ago. What you talking about?
No, not 6 months ago. That's a lie. Now that's a lie. You know how long that cruise was? That's a couple years ago.
Okay. It happened within the past year.
Yeah, but 6 months, really? Not in the past year.
It happened, basically. And that's the example. I don't know the date.
Don't say 6 months, because then you're selling something that's not true.
It happened, and that's just an example of you getting mad.
It did happen.
Not verbalizing, catching the attitude, silent treatment. And that silent treatment, if I wasn't as mature as I would lead to a lack of sex.
That wouldn't happen. But I feel what you're trying to say.
I just said if I wasn't as mature as I am, you lucked up.
Fucking freak.
That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I think it's lack of communication that will lead to a lack of sex. So what if I did?
What if you did what?
What if I was that woman
sex?
That was like, I
would be by far the most disrespectful person you would probably ever know.
In what way?
Because it will happen. You can want to not have sex, but it's gonna happen.
Are you?
I ain't gonna rape you. No, I'm gonna just expose myself.
And that's gonna do what?
All over your face about it.
That's molestation.
And when you sleep, so either you can do it. You can have it in your own.
That's molestation.
No,
I think I'm gonna look it up.
That ain't molestation. I ain't touching you.
That's assault.
Relieving myself
with a deadly weapon.
R. Kelly the shit out your
with a deadly weapon.
I'm a R. Kelly.
No, but I really do. I think you need to work on.
I'm sure there's a lot of things I need to work on.
Back to the intervention.
Not denying that.
Back to the intervention.
But you're not this whole angel that you're portraying right now.
I never said I was an angel.
Like, you are the catalyst to a lot of these.
I am the catalyst.
To a lot of these shut down moments. A lot of these shut the fuck up, Jason, before you say something.
So you saying I poked the bear?
You do a lot.
In what way?
You do a lot.
How I poke the bear? See? You're telling me I do a lot. Tell me when.
I can't stand your ass.
I just want to know when I do this so that I can acknowledge and apologize or move on. One or the other. When do I poke the bear? And there it is. All right.
I'm gonna start writing these shits down.
You gonna write it down? You gonna keep you a journal?
I'm gonna write them down.
You should keep a journal with you. It is times that you and then you can sit down every night and tell me all the things, the bad things I did that day. You could do that. I really do. That would help. Actually, that's part of what I was going to say on my intervention with you. I think you should keep a journal of all of the wrongs that have been done to you by me, so that later on we can set a time throughout the week so we can go over the list. And this way it won't pile up. Because I love you and you're safe here. You're safe with me, Jason. Okay?
Put your ass up.
I love you. Don't. You know I can't swim. You know I can't swim.
You like two more statements away.
Two more scoops over and I'll be in the water.
No, you like 2 more statements away.
Well, yeah, I think that's, that's my opinion. You could, I'm sure you as a man, you probably, like I said, as long as it's sex, relationship can go. But that's not true though. Is that all that men want out of a relationship?
I don't think that's all men want. I mean, if we're talking about the early stages of it, then I mean, sex is a great and really important part of it, but it's not all that men. No, you getting up there in age, and that shit, it matters. Yeah, because
what matters if you get up in age?
Communication.
Yeah, it should. It should actually matter in the beginning.
It's gonna die down as you get older.
It's dying down now?
Hell no.
You say what?
I said hell no. I mean, like, we getting our 70s, I'm sure.
70s? Do people do it in their 70s?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it might be, we might be on our decline. I don't know. But then again, some 70s-year-olds don't look like 70-year-olds.
They don't. The active ones. No, they don't. But okay. Well, yeah. We're going to get on up out of here because I'm hungry.
What do you want to eat?
No. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this right now. We're going to settle this right now.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Jason, I'm hungry. It is 3:19. Would you like to eat, my dear kind sir?
I can go for something to eat, yeah.
You can go for something to eat?
Yes.
Going back to my original question, do you want lunch or dinner, or do you want lunch?
I said I want lunch earlier. I answered that question. There's another thing. You don't listen. Here's the part when you said express yourself. When you express yourself, when you're talking,
you're right.
You don't let the person you just take it and run, and then it always comes back to when I've answered you. You just never
you want lunch.
Accepted the answer I gave you.
You want lunch?
Yes, I want lunch.
Would you like to walk down?
But I could go for dinner. Would you like dinner?
I want lunch.
Lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Are you really wanting to do lunch and dinner, or do you? Oh, you only saying this?
Lunch and lunch shit you doing?
Are you only saying this to please me?
I'm only saying that to please you.
See, denying yourself. Denying yourself is never a good thing.
I was denying myself. I still would have gotten what I wanted. You just would have had the option to get what you want also. I would have still gotten lunch. Because it's lunch, right? Dinner and lunch?
If that's what you say, my dear kind sir.
And there you go. In the water.
Stop! All right. So we're going to get up out of here.
We be tripping. Y'all got to excuse us.
To show y'all a little bit where we are in... we're in Nicaragua right now, in Rivas, Nicaragua, where we will be for a few days. Sadly, we won't have any drone footage of this.
Yeah, they jacked us. They made that known at the airport.
This beautiful villa.
I want to know why they took like so many pictures of my ID.
They did.
They took, like, 8 pictures.
They did. They took some pictures of you. But I should get back home safely. I'll let the others
let them know that was your goddamn bag, though.
But you had it.
Damn.
I gave it to you. Yeah, they took our drone. So if you're coming to Nicaragua, do not bring a drone.
Do not.
A PlayStation. They took somebody's PlayStation.
A drone.
Walkman. Don't bring a Walkman or an iPod Shuffle or a beeper.
Any type of electronic flying device, whether it's airplane. He took somebody little airplane too.
That's a drone.
I know. I mean, but it's considered a drone, I guess, to them. But it was an airplane.
All electronics that's not a camera or cell phone, they're gonna take, or laptop. You can bring laptop. So I hope that we get it on the way back.
Pay that permit, we can get it.
Yeah, I think so. But all right, so
first one.
Answer the question. Lack of communication or lack of sex will kill a relationship. Which one will it be?
It's context. I mean, what is it? What are we talking? Beginning of the relationship?
Any relationship. A marriage. Let's say a marriage.
Marriage, sex definitely will kill it.
Lack of sex will kill it?
Definitely.
What if I am horribly mutilated in an accident? They've torn away and sewed me up and I can't do anything.
Oh, I'm gonna take care of you. I got you.
And you're not gonna, what they doing, Key and Peele? Baby, you're not gonna ever have any sex with anybody ever, right?
Remember scary movie? Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Okay. All right.
It's okay. I'm gonna be here for you.
No, but for real, like you think that's it in a marriage? It'll be lack of sex. You gonna stick to that? Okay. Well, there you have it. Well, I
what do you think?
Said it. Lack
well, I said it too. You asked me again.
Leads to lack of sex. I wanted you to change your answer. That's why.
I know, and that's what you do. That is you. Thank you for summing that up and agreeing with me. That's what I've been saying since the beginning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here because we be tripping.
Straight like that.